Yeah, just doing a couple of reading requests. Soaking up some sun. Nice cool breeze. Just barely have the window cracked a little bit. It's warm. It's almost 11. Between 11 and 2. It's the warmest time. And the sun is nice and hot. Feel that nice warm spring sun. Yeah, thank you. 228. We just read that one recently. Yes, thank you. Page 73. 70. Did we just read this one as well? Hold on. Let's see. Page 70. Alright, let's read. I just don't want to overlay too much, you know. Page 64, 63. Page 63. Sorry, it took me a second. Good, thank you. Page 63. We touch the soul, we experience its presence, we live by it, but we do not see it. It remains a mystery to ourselves, wrapped in the body's impenetrable folds. I apprehend it through acts in which the body always has its share, and when I would not look on my naked soul, on this pure ego, this spiritual I, by which I am constituted, then it has fled already and vanished. Without me there is no I, and I cannot seize myself distinctly, save by expressing myself to myself, and in other words, through signs. Without the me there is no I, and I cannot seize myself distinctly save by expressing myself to myself, and in other words, through signs. For to seize myself, I must stand apart in distinction and distance myself. The interior distinction and distance are made possible by the sign, which enables me indeed to seize myself, but only under a veil. Moreover, this sign is the body. Gesture, image, and concept all imply, in varying degrees, an internal relation to this matter which constitutes my body and my power of signs. Consequently, I never seize myself save has engaged with the body, always in the act of doing something or other with it, always therefore made by it both absent and present to myself. Such interior tension and distance are the very condition of the awakening and progress of personal life. But since I apprehend myself through the body, I know that I am without knowing what I am. An absolute coincidence of presence and mystery, which is as much as to say presence and absence. Such is our condition. It hardly needs to be said that the man who has become aware that he is an embodied spirit will not always easily resign himself to this mystery, to this veil dropped between his consciousness and his being. Some few of the best or the boldest have tried to tear the veil aside. It would seem that the apprehension of the self in a pure, naked, and separated state is the aim of the Hindu yoga. The terrible ascesis of these mystics is a purely spiritual orientation and has nothing in common with trickery or imposture. Understanding and experiencing the body as an obstacle, they would overcome it completely in order to shake themselves free of it, to attain to their own pure essence, and so emerge into the absolute. It is very difficult to pass a judgment on this matter. In any event, achieved or attempted, the feat remains heroically exceptional and thus confirms the rule, inasmuch as the spiritual soul, in its normal state, is united to a body. It does not apprehend itself directly and remains a mystery to itself, a psychological mystery, since many powers, possibilities, and on the other hand, deficiencies, thus escape us, a moral mystery, since the state of the soul resulting from its efforts or shrinkings remains unknown to us, and a spiritual mystery, since the relation to God by which the soul is constituted, obscure in its lower term and incognoscible in the higher, is given us only an orientation, is given us only has an oriented tension or has a defined call. For the rest, to reveal ourselves in part to ourselves, and without doubt, because it deepens this relation, there remains but love, the love of a fraternal thou in whom our I shall awaken, thou in whom our O-U-R I shall awaken, the love of an infinite thou in whom our I shall find itself, because it has ceased to seek itself. But here we touch on another question for which the time has not yet arrived. Good, thank you. Yeah, we'll do some more reading in a little bit. I gotta check my muffins and stuff. Thank you. You're welcome. Blueberry lemon. Nothing too fancy. We got the better goods kind. Really yummy. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Would you like to see it? It's a nice sunny day. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. I said, it's alright.